Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I am using the Light Seers Tarot. And I'm going to draw 3 cards with the intention that these 3 cards give us kind of an overview of the week ahead and will highlight any kinds of opportunities or ideas that are coming up for us. All right, so I'm down in my foster room today. It's really bright and sunny in here, so I'm hoping that there's not too much glare. I might just adjust this a little bit. Oops. Okay. And I've got a brand new foster kitty that I want to introduce you to. Her name is Juliana, and I call her Jules for short. And Diesela, who is the black kitty that I've shown in some of my videos, she got adopted a couple weeks ago, so she went to her forever home. She went to a really nice home, and she's doing really well there. So this is Jules. Jules, we don't know how old Jules is. She was a feral kitty, and she's actually been in foster care. She's shy. She's actually been in foster care since December, so like 5 months or so. And I just got her, so she did really good in her last home, but she just needs to come to finishing school, and I'm gonna get her the rest of the way there till she's ready for adoption. Okay, so let's start with the first card. This first card is for the beginning of the week, so Monday and Tuesday. And here we have the 8 of Swords. Oh, this is an interesting card. So this card challenges us to look at our situation a little bit differently and to question some of the ideas that we have around what our limitations are in terms of what we can do, what we're capable of, what we're not capable of, what's holding us back, what feels impossible. So this is really asking you to start to cultivate a better perception of yourself. So if you look at the card, there's a woman looking in the mirror, and she sees herself as being, bound and tied with this blindfold. So she sees herself as being kind of helpless and with all these various handicaps. And us as the viewer, we're seeing this scene from the outside, and we see that she doesn't have those things holding her back. She doesn't really have her hands tied. She's not wearing a blindfold. Of course, my foster kitty chooses this time to start playing. It's funny, she never plays when I'm in the room. And now that I'm doing this reading, she's playing with her toy. So if you hear a weird background noise, that's just her playing with her ball. Actually, I just want to show her to you. She's so cute. Oh, she's like, what? Okay. So yeah, beginning of the week, it's interesting because this card doesn't really symbolize difficulties. This isn't saying that, Monday and Tuesday are going to be really tricky and there's going to be all these things holding you back. This is really saying, this is a good time, beginning of the week, to start to maybe change your self-perception and just experiment, just play with what it feels like to see yourself as being, more capable. And I mean, you can do this through affirmations. Affirmations, writing down how you'd like to feel. And just kind of challenging yourself a little bit here and experimenting more than anything. Okay, let's have a look at the middle of the week. Okay, the middle of the week is Wednesday, Thursday-ish. We've got Strength. So another 8. So we have 8 of Swords, and then Strength is number 8 in the major arcana. And this is interesting. 2 8s. Okay. So again, like, I'm going to kind of repeat myself a little bit here. Strength is about, I think, recognizing your own strength, I guess. I'm trying to think of another word. Sort of seeing yourself as hardy, as strong, seeing yourself not necessarily as being tough, because I don't feel like this card is about toughness. It's more about resilience. And think about a succulent plant. I don't know if you've ever had a succulent. They're kind of like cactuses in a way. You don't need to water them very much. Like, they can survive on very little water for a long time. And yet they look succulent, like they look so good. and they're just like these strong, hardy plants. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but that just kind of popped into my head when I was looking at this card. So what is the message for us for the middle of the week? The middle of the week, it's asking you to, in many ways, kind of stand your ground and to stand up for yourself. But don't feel like you need to be tough. Don't feel like you need to throw your weight around in order to assert your boundaries, in order to be strong and stable and all that. This is about taking almost a gentle approach. And when I was talking about the Eight of Swords, I mentioned like how you should try just kind of experimenting and playing around with starting to see yourself as being a little bit more capable, a little bit more resilient. And I can hear my cat. The cat's really distracting me. She's like really playing in the background. I don't know why she waited till now when I have the video going to start playing around. So I said, kind of like experiment a little bit, play around with that. And with strength, again, there's kind of like a softer approach to being strong and seeing yourself as strong and capable. But I think we're so used to thinking of strength in a certain way. I think we're kind of used to seeing it as like this masculine, muscular, almost domineering kind of strength. Whereas with this card, we see there's this lamb and there's a woman who's half lion, half maiden, which I think is really beautiful. Okay, I think I'm going to come back to this card towards the end, but I want to see what the card for the end of the week is. So the card for Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the Two of Cups. Okay, beautiful. All right, so Two of Cups. Two of Cups, funny, because with strength, we have the maiden and the lion kind of merging as one being. And Two of Cups is about two kind of different people or two different kinds of energies kind of coming together. It's about merging and melding and coming together. With the Two of Cups, it's about like partnership and kind of being on the same page as someone and partnering up in some way, shape or form. So lots of interesting themes this week. So Two of Cups for the weekend. I always think of relationships when I see this card, whether it's a romantic relationship or other kinds of relationships, friendships, relationships with family, or even like work partnerships, business partnerships, things like that. But it's about relationships, about relating with other people. It's about connecting, whether that's romantic connection or you're connecting on more of a mental kind of intellectual level. Oh, my cat's so noisy right now. Oh God, sorry guys. I hope it's not too distracting. I hope my microphone isn't picking up every little noise, but I have a feeling it is. So yeah, partnership is the theme for the weekend. I feel like this weekend is a good time to connect with whoever it is that you're wanting to connect with. I think that relationships are going to, I don't want to say, it's not that relationships are going to be more important this weekend, but it's like there's certain little entryways and doorways that will be open this weekend that will allow you to connect on a deeper level with people that you're wanting to connect with. So you definitely want to take advantage of that this weekend. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about this card. No. Okay. So let's look at all of the cards together. And I'm just looking to see, we have the repeating theme of the 8. All of these cards are even numbered as well. And if you look at the number 8, if you turn it on its side, and here we have a good example of this because the woman in strength has a tattoo on her forearm of a infinity symbol, which is the number 8 just turned on its side. It's that kind of infinity loop. I'm seeing a theme with strength. She's wearing a heart-shaped locket and then 2 of cups, the hands that are clasping. So there is this theme of love and connection and emotion with this card. I feel like in a lot of ways, this reading speaks about relationships, and the beginning is about perceiving that there's more obstacles than there really is in a relationship or in connecting and relating to others. And with strength in the 2 of cups, I think it shows that more than anything, the 2 things that are going to help us the most when it comes to relating and relationships this week is setting firm boundaries, like not being a doormat, but at the same time opening your heart. So having the self-respect to have your boundaries, to respect yourself, not be a doormat, not be a pushover, but also keep your heart open at the same time and be willing to see yourself in a different way. And I think that the work of the 8 of Swords about like changing how you see yourself, that's going to help you with having more self-respect, having those boundaries, and staying firm and kind of standing your ground, but at the same time being able to open your heart and to be, kind and compassionate, etc. Okay, I hope that made sense. I hope that wasn't just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but really interesting themes this week. So I'm excited to see how it all pans out. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more about tarot cards and tarot card reading, check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put a link below. And as always, feel free to share your own thoughts on these cards in the comment section below. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week.